Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Fuck.
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 Test, test, test. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test, test. It appears to be working now. It appears to be working now. It appears to be working now. Holy fuck, that was annoying. Please tell me it's still working because I just touched something. I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to bounce this fucking microphone off the concrete. Lovely, fantastic, wonderful, fucking A. Great. Yep, this is I love it. I love it. So how's everybody doing? Obviously, I'm not doing very well tonight. I have absolutely nothing ready. My equipment sucks. Yeah, I There's always a need for plans. I'm a structured person. No, Matt is on his way to some sort of con. I can't remember the name of it, so I seriously can't remember the name of it right now. But he's off doing his thing. And I was off doing the public government stuff. So I was not ready for this. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Fuck that. I like the cold a lot less than I like the heat. Sherman, I am a 5'6" tall little ball of rage. Just to let you know. So I only laugh because it's true. Yeah, I'm gonna redo some of the videos and talk about the items and stuff like that and get it all straightened out. But it was all right. I mean, the video was all right. Oh, people are dropping off. Das Vidania, bitches. Angie, you're shorter than I am. I don't want to hear it. No, that was what he said. It was 50 degrees there where he's at. Here it's 85 degrees right now. The humidity is kicked up. It is absolutely oppressive outside. It sucks. Yeah, I honestly, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I'm sure we can find something. So I guess it's going to be, an Ask Me Anything type of night because I have no structure for this show. As you can tell, I'm agitated about it. I'm a very structured person, and this annoys me. Let's talk about history. I'm not even prepared for that. Not that I really need a lot of notes or anything, but I'm usually structured about that too. Hey, the only thing I got on my desk right now, Sherman, that you'd be happy about, is there's some French medals on my desk. Foreign, we're going to have to tax that. No, let's see. What your other platforms you on? I am on nothing now. They want me to pay for everything. There is no free streaming anymore, minus the tube, and the tube, even once they're cut, we can't even be monetized. So we were on Twitter, but now Twitter in order to stream to it, wants me to pay. We're not on Rumble. We're not on any other platforms because a lot of the platforms that we were using don't even exist anymore. This is it for now. Well, I mean, we're on, our hosting service, but that's audio only. That's not audio video. It's just audio only. Yeah, it's definitely the Deutschen in me, I think, that's screaming for structure. Well, I don't know. I mean, I get that, Christina, and they definitely algorithm the fuck out of us. But at the same time, I say whatever the hell I want. If they don't like it, fuck them. It's just how it is. I have no issue with backups, if you know what I mean. And I wonder how much the UAW president got paid to say that Trump doesn't care about working class people when he's the one that brought back jobs for the UAW. That's ironic. But like I said, I have nothing to talk about here. We'll just figure it out. I must have offended a squishy. Yep, that seems to be normal. You get used to it. Well, it is weak. I get what you're saying there. I don't know. Just throw some stuff in the chat, and we'll see what we can do. How's that? That sound fair? Sound good? Christina, I did actually email your better half there, and I'll wait for him to respond. So, Peter, I take it you saw the other video on YouTube, and yes, I made that. Making fun of the new Dodge cars. The WEF and their partners are scared shitless of Trump and they will do anything to keep him out of power. Of course. The World Economic Forum wants to be governor of the world. They want to be the top dogs. Klaus Schwab and his little buddies are doing their best that they can to do that. which is why people like Macron and the Bidens and well, I said better half because you're missing something. That was a low blow even for me. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. Fuck, I know where I was going with this. Damn it. Oh, look, a squirrel. Oh, shit. I fucked myself here. You know, our hat to the north, Justinek Trudeauovich, of course, is a part of it. Pretty much anybody that goes to the World Economic Forum, if they go there, I don't care. You know, then they're a part of it, and they're shitbags. And yes, you are the better half. Don't hate me, Christina. I'm just waiting for both of them to yell at me like, "You mother!" Come on, you guys know I'm fucking with you. If I was being serious, I wouldn't be laughing. If I'm not laughing, if I'm not talking to you like that, then there's a problem. A little kind of reserved. I was a little kind of reserved. It was only a 4-second long video. I couldn't help it. Foreign says I got a 24-hour ban for name calling on the UK wanting to extradite Americans for hate speech. I actually sent a message directly to their UK police page and put on there, says you can eat a cauldron of dicks. And I'm waiting for a response back. Well, I'm not here to piss people off. Well, I am here to piss people off. Fuck. You're right. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm waiting for both Christina and Alan just to be like, what the fuck, dude? Hey, I love you both. You would love my T-shirt that I made, Christina. It says, "Go forth and fornicate thine ottoman sire." In other words, go fuck your couch. No, it was the first thing I did. I'm like, as soon as he said, "We're gonna find you and we're gonna extradite you and arrest you," I was like, "Go fuck yourself." I'm 1776% sure I could give a flying fuck what you say, you limey British fuck. I was like rocking it out. Oh wait. Whoa, where did Raiden come from? Holy shit. Hey man, what's going on? I guess we love you too. Well, thank you. I guess I feel warm and fuzzy inside. Thank you. Yeah, Christina, what kind of tech issues are we talking about? Are we talking like phone tech, computer tech, or did you beat him up again? Anyhow, you know, we might have to, Alan. He says that we're going to beat the British ass again. We got some Brits that, hi guys, love you guys over there. You're my people. I just don't like your government no more than I like my government. But for him to say that, like, we will prosecute you for your online posts, we will bring you here, you know, I was like, seriously, bitch, go ahead and send me over to UK. You ain't gonna like it. You think I'm loud on here? But I did. I actually went to their police website and said, you know, I'm 1776% sure that I could give a flying fuck what you say as an American. You can go and eat a cauldron of dicks. And I'm just waiting on the response. So Raiden, how the fuck have you been, man? Come on. It's been forever. Well, I mean, is that the bluntest way to put it, really? They couldn't afford to bring you over that many Americans, they'd bankrupt. No, I'm just saying, go ahead and bring me over there. Because one man, you know, I mean, there's a few people that know that I'm actually a soft-spoken person. Sometimes people got, you know, even though I'm deaf as Beethoven, I really don't talk that loud. But I have this uncanny ability to throw my voice for blocks. So if I was there, I mean, I probably would immediately get picked up because I'd be walking up and down, you know, the main strip in London, just telling them, "Hey, the Americans here eat a cauldron of dicks." Yes, that guy asked to steal that line from me. And then I banned him. Because he was one of those. I was wondering how you were doing, man. It's been absolutely fucking forever. He says, after the summer of love, I went to Montana to treat my Hodgkin's lymphoma. Moved back home for second half of my treatment, just playing catch up, really. How are you doing? Seriously, I have been worried about you. I know we don't. A lot of us haven't been talking very much, but I do wonder how my people are doing. Even if people don't wonder how I'm doing, I usually check in on my people as much as possible. So D-Man, do you think a good tour of Westminster Abbey wearing one of my shirts would be proper? Do you think? But then again, you know, I could probably get away with it. Here's how I could get away with it. I could just say I'm an alien, and then they would applaud me for being a dick in their home country, because that seems to be the going thing now. I'm gonna go rub my wang on Big Ben. I'd mark my territory. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I could literally, I could print out about a couple hundred of the pink dick of shames, and just go stick random pink dicks on everything in England, with my name signed on the walls. After January 6th, everyone eventually went dark. Shit. I was expecting a resurgence once this. You're right. Everybody's probably still waiting, and rightfully so. Is your wife and brother currently visiting Great Britain? Are they going to be able to come back? Just curious. Yeah, but one of the things we got to look at, Raiden, is we are not them. Okay, we're not like the other side. We're the be polite, be professional types. But remember the rest of that quote. But just remember, if I rub my wang on it, it's mine. So, Sherman, if I ever come to France, I'm probably going to, you know, rub my wang on things and be like, it's mine. Eiffel Tower, mine. Arc de Triomphe, mine. Yeah, no, Angie, that's how it works. I've went up to friends' cars and like mine. And what's hilarious about that is I actually bought one of their cars after I did that. So I marked my territory. Uh, Sherman, by the way, man, it was supposed to be a surprise. Never mind. Forget it. You'll figure it out eventually. Never mind. And Raiden, I'm still on one of the sites, by the way. I just don't talk very much. I've stepped back. Not gonna lie, I'm burnt. So Notre Dame was nice when you went. I could become the Hunchback. My back's all fucked up. How many places and things have you rubbed to claim, or is it just a personality tick? Oh no, I'll go around. Hey, I have walked up to a friend and rubbed my nuts on him. Like, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, claiming you. That's not cool, dude. We're just, I mean, you know, it's a joke. The car that I donated to one of the kids that I was mentoring, I sent him a picture. He left it to get tires or something. And I sent him a picture of me rubbing my junk all over the side of the car. And it's like, I claimed it back. It's mine again. He's like, tell me you're not rubbing your nuts on my car. I'm like, I did. Well, do you have it under control, Raiden? Do you have, like, what's the prognosis necessarily? Are you clear for now? I mean, I know that stuff really just doesn't go away. So, I'm curious. Hey, chumming is a thing, okay? You just start chumming stuff and then you can claim it. Oh, and I told you, Sherman, my voice is terrible. I've been having a lot of trouble with my lymph nodes in my throat and stuff like that. And so that video I sent you was just horrifying. I was not happy about it. Oh, sweet. One of my cousins, Raiden, is also his is different, but it's the same situation where, you know, in remission, but you got to have constant scans and you got to be constantly checked. Yes, I would probably try to claim Anne. Yes, I would. If it's the one I'm thinking of, you better believe it. Just because I want to annoy her. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yep. That's her. Yeah, I would intentionally. Wouldn't that be some sort of harassment? Raiden, since you haven't been here for quite a long time, there's a lot that I got to fill you in on, especially when it comes to what I've been doing and everything else like that. I went back to my roots, got back into my history stuff. Angie, it's not sexual harassment. I'm marking my territory. There's a difference. But a lot of things have changed. Actually, they just went back to what they were before. Like I said, I got in touch with my history roots again, and I've been doing a lot of history stuff. You can see the history wall behind me back there somewhere. And I just added a couple things that I talked about yesterday that I was super excited about getting. It is not. I will argue with you until death, Angie. Think of it as like a cat like scenting you, okay? I just scented you with my junk. I've been having a ribeye every 12 hours for 2 weeks. I feel better. Not bad. I have switched my diet quite a bit. I've actually dropped quite a bit of weight. I can't really work out because my shoulder's all tore up. I can't be like what I used to be. I wish I could. I really do. I loved being the midget Lou Ferrigno. I was stupid strong. I wasn't super big, but I was definitely pretty good size. Angie can tell you that. I'm a short guy, but I wasn't a small guy. I'm still not, but I've changed my diet around and everything and stopped eating a lot of breads, a lot of pastas. I eat a lot of fresh vegetables. I try to, at least. I eat more, red meats than I should, but steak is fucking delicious, okay? And so is burgers and stuff like that, but I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a song. We'll take a quick break, and we'll jump right back in. How's that? I haven't played this for a while, so I just feel like it.
Who are these fucking guys?
The Machine Radio Show.
So hot right now.
Don't shove it up.
Showtime. Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Oh, they're not stupid. They're not full of shit. They're fucking nuts.
Whatever, dumbass.
This is to experiment.
Fuck you, buddy.
What's the problem here?
Because Nickel.
That's a badass shithead.
You know I love them.
Join the show, motherfucker!
It's time for a random thought from the Machine Radio Show. This is Brandon from the Machine Radio Show. Isn't sex kind of like playing bridge? If you don't have a good partner, you better have a good hand. This has been your random thought from the Machine Radio Show. All right, I am back, and I hope everybody's still with us. I know a couple people may have left. Sherman, I told you I would show them. Yeah, I emailed you, by the way, Alan, just so you have my email and stuff. I mean, aside from the obvious, the German pendant here, from the engineers. But Sherman, our resident Frenchman, should know what these are. Alan found a new theme song. You want to know what my theme song is? Seriously, it's my fucking ringtone to my phone. Let me get into it. You're gonna laugh, but this is my ringtone. Still my ringtone. Yes, my ringtone is Muck Sticky, the fuck off song. I'm trying to find my other one. You want to know what my other one was? I got yelled at so badly in public because of this one.
I'm gonna rip out his motherfucking eyeball. I'm gonna rip out his goddamn eyeball. I'm a flamingo, I'm gonna rip out your eyeball. I'm a flamingo when I get up in you. I'm gonna rip out his motherfucking eyeball. I'm gonna rip.
Come on, are you guys even fucking surprised? Come on, really? This is one of my originals, and I was proud to be a part of what this vehicle was. That's what 1800 horsepower sounds like. I had to take that ringtone away because I stopped answering the phone because I just wanted to listen to it and touch myself in an impure manner. Which one, Alan? I'm trying to scroll back because boobs. There was another one I had on here, and it lasted about 3 seconds, and everybody was trying to kill me for it. But that was an 1800 horsepower monster truck. But Sherman, you know, our resident Frenchman, you're going to recognize some of these. I'm going to show you some of these medals. Holy shit, purr. Hey, how you doing, buddy? This would be the one that was awarded in French Indochina. In other words, Vietnam, because the French owned that shit at one point. But Sherman should be able to recognize and identify and talk about these at some point. By the way, just so you know, these are actually all from the same collection, same guy. Oh, that makes one of us purr. It's been a shit show from the beginning. I got about 3 different shows to delete because they were failures. We had microphone issues, all sorts of fun stuff. And I can't believe I just broke one of my rules and actually touched those without my gloves on. I usually don't do that. Yes, the War Cross. The cross. I don't know how to pronounce it, so you're going to have to forgive me. I really don't know how to pronounce it. It was hard enough for me to do that little clip where I was using the French line in that song, so that was enough for me. Man, the numbers keep dropping. I guess I'm being boring tonight. Am I being boring to you guys? Because we really don't have anything to talk about, so we're just bullshitting. What's funny is any of the history stuff that I show you guys, I've actually got to show again and again and again because I got to do. I'm going to do separate videos on all of them. If I ever get the new camera situation figured out, or new, a new camera up here, and get a wall back here, and because apparently I don't know if I'm ever getting back to the studio again. I could call you to pronounce it. One of the things that's kind of disheartening, but I couldn't not pick it up because I knew what it was, but I was kind of upset because I would rather have the entire thing. But Christina was talking about cigars, which I do love me some good cigars. I just can't get any. That's a 105 howitzer round that somebody had cut down into an ashtray, and I couldn't not pick it up. No, that's about 400. I kept it pretty modest. I didn't put a supercharger on it. I'm not going to overdo the engine or anything else like that because I want it to be functional, and it's already not economically sound fuel wise, but like I said, Sherman, earlier, in about a week and a half, hopefully you will figure out what I'm talking about. Something will be heading towards you. And there's actually 2 of them, so one's for you and one's for somebody else. You'll figure it out. Well, yeah, Alan, she does kind of have a leg up on you. Because she can beat you with yours, man. I'm so sorry. Just blink twice if you're in danger. Hey, I do all the cooking too, man. So I can't really say anything. I really do. I do all the cooking. Because I like to eat. And I like flavor. You know what's funny, guys? Okay, just getting to the jokes and everything here, all jokes aside, this is how we deal with shit, okay? We got buddies of ours that are, I had one of them that was going through a very big cancer scare and stuff like that. And everybody was appalled at the fact that me and him were making jokes back and forth, but that's how we deal with it. Okay, if we're not joking about it, then it gets too real for us, and it's uncomfortable. Like I joke about my eye all the time, even though I seriously almost lost my eye completely, and if I take out that's the reason why my right eye looks actually bigger than my left eye, because my right eye has a big ass glass contact in it, and that's the only way I can see. If I take it out, I'm blind. It's not shit, Sherman, so don't thank me yet, but I'm just reciprocating, so. I mean, I do the best I can. I mean, I can't do that very often, and I try to. I really do. If somebody sends me something, I at least try to do something in return, and it's just hard. It's gross. Watch. You want me to take that motherfucker out? Because I think I got my kit here, so I can take it out right in front of you. I'm like the tan Mr. Potato Head, okay? I got to put myself together in the morning. I got to put my face together completely. I got to put my teeth in. I got to put my my eyeball in. You don't want to see that? Come on, it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, I got to take a plunger. Here, hold on. I'm going to set my headset down so you can look. I know you can see that. It takes a plunger to pull it out and a plunger to put it back. It has to be filled full of a saline solution to recreate the curvature of my eye. Oh, no, you want to see the other one? Here. There you go, buddy. That's all for you. By the way, you want to see something really fucked up about that? Got two big metal posts in my mouth for the bottom one. The top one's still gluing. If you guys want to send me $6,000 so I can put the fucking posts in the top, that'd be awesome, so I don't have to glue this bitch in. I can't wear contacts even long wear, they get stuck. This is not like what you think, Christina. It actually suction cups to my eyeball. It quite literally does that. It creates a suction. Oh, foreign. I'm tore up from the floor up, brother. How much time you got? I've experienced a lot in my life. I mean, just the two parts that I showed you. My teeth. They told me when I was 11 years old, by the time I was 22, I was going to lose all my adult teeth. They said, you know, it's just not in your cards. I got bones like Iron Man, but teeth like pudding. Okay. It wasn't until my late 30s that things really started to finally go bad, like really bad. Like I'd be brushing and just fucking teeth would start breaking off. Okay. And this is strange because, you know, I had people, I mean, seriously, because I'm covered in tattoos and stuff like that, I had people say, oh, you got meth mouth. I'm like, motherfucker, I've never done drugs a day in my life. Yeah, this is it. I don't do that shit. Never have, never will. But one day, it finally, I was getting infections constantly and stuff like that, and one day it finally got really, really, really bad. I remember I was outside doing yard work, and I walked in the house and said, I'm not feeling right. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I am not feeling right. Something's wrong. And later on, the pain finally started to kick in. My face started swelling up, and I mean, it was bad. It was huge. So I ended up in the emergency room. And I wish this was the first time a doctor said, oh, hell no. But it's not. Anyhow, I walked in, and I'm sitting in a room, and this doctor opens the sliding glass door, and he sees me. He looks at me and he goes, IV, CT, he's not leaving. And I'm like, whoa, wait, you know what? I'm like, dude, they shot you full of morphine and you didn't feel shit, so that's not a good sign. But he's like, I'll explain everything after we do your blood work, your and your IV and the scan and everything else like that. I'm like, okay, cool. So he comes back and he's carrying a mirror, and I'm like, Doc, I've seen a swollen face before. I've had them before a lot of my life. I know what it is. He's like, no, you need to look closer. And he showed me the mirror. And I had streaks running down my neck and up to my eye. And he goes, the poison's going to your blood and going to your heart and your brain. You got two choices right now. I'm like, what's that, Doc? He goes, either have your teeth removed immediately or die. I was like, so my fucking choices are or death? He's like, yeah, your choices are or death. And that was the first time I ever heard of anybody having about 8 teeth immediately removed, even when they were still infected. It was that bad. So, long story short, I had to have all my teeth removed. I got same-day dentures, and here we are. My choice was to either do that or die. Yes, it's not a dental disease. It was a genetic thing where my teeth just were not getting calcium, so they were becoming soft. Now, as for the eye, I was working on a vehicle, not that one, but I was working on a vehicle in that bay during COVID because my business got shot to shit due to the lockdowns. And I had been working on it all day long. And normally what I do is I close my eyes, because I wear safety glasses, but I swear every time I wear safety glasses, I get an injury. But I was wearing them. I was in an enclosed space, grinding and cutting all day long. So there was metal just flying around and stuff like that. And what I usually do is I usually close my eyes and blow, use an air gun and blow myself off, because you don't want to take that shit home with you, for one. And it can get everywhere. Well, I was in the shower that night, and I felt something in my eye, and I got out of the shower and I'm like, oh, you little bastard, I got you. I saw a piece of metal sitting right on the edge of my eye. I pulled it out. Yes, I pulled it out myself. I did that and thought it was done. A couple days later, my eye was just killing. Okay, I couldn't. I was having trouble with my vision and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna go in and get it checked out. I go in and get it checked out, and because of my shitty health health card, my health insurance, I almost lost my eye. They went in, they're like, in terms of chances, you hit the bullseye. I'm like, what are you talking about, Doc? He's like, you've got one dead center of your eyeball and it's rusting. We need to do the needler and take it out. And I'm like, yeah, it's not my first go around. Go ahead. They didn't give me any antibiotics. They didn't give me any antibiotic drops. They didn't do nothing. So they needled my eye, to grind the rust out of my cornea, and sent me home. A couple of days later, my eye is just killing me, and my face is swelling up, and I'm almost blind. They're like, you need to go to a specialist. I'm like, okay, I go to a specialist, an ophthalmologist, or try to find an ophthalmologist. First, I went to an eye doctor. And needless to say, our hospital is actually a teaching hospital. So there was an incident. While she was holding my eye open, she was using the wrong end of the fucking Q-tip. So imagine my horror when this eye doctor is going, what the hell is that? And she grabs a pair of needle nose pinchers and is pulling thread out of my eye. I'm like, oh, that's not good. She's like, no, it's not. She goes, by the way, it's infected. I'm like, oh, that's not good. She goes, no, it's not. She's like, we need to find you a doctor right away. So they tried to find me an ophthalmologist. I heard the conversation on the phone with the first ophthalmologist. She said, he doesn't have the right health insurance. We will not take him. She goes, I don't think you understand. He's going to lose his eye if you don't. He's like, I don't care. He doesn't have the right insurance. So for 3 days, I sat on my couch, and by day 3, I was blind in both eyes because your body tries to protect itself. Okay? So I was blind in both eyes. Completely blind. Finally, they call me, and they say, we found one. You got to get there now. Can you get to Decatur? I'm like, yes, I can. I got thrown in the car and taken up there. And this poor guy, this ophthalmologist walks in, and he puts the numbing drops in my eyes so I can try and open them. I was able to open my left eye once he put the drops in, but the right eye would not open. He goes, I'm going to have to spread this fucking thing open. The Unfunny Guy, love the name. We're just sitting here bullshitting. They were wanting to know about my eye. But they took the forceps and actually spread my eye open. And that was the one thing you never want to hear a doctor say is, oh shit. And this guy looks at me and he goes, oh shit. And I'm like, what? He goes, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Leaves the fucking room, goes and grabs the medicine cabinet, comes running back in. He goes, you need to put all this stuff, this gel at the beginning of the hour, this gel at the end of the hour, and put these eye drops in, and I want to see you here tomorrow. I'm like, this is not good, is it? And he goes, no, it's not. You never want to hear a doctor say you got to be back here in 24 hours. So that was bad, but I made it back, and one of the things that he said, he goes, I believe you should get some good news. I'm like, what's that? What's the good news? He goes, well, the good news is your body's reacting faster to your eyes reacting faster to the medication than anybody I've ever seen. And I'm like, that's good, right? And he goes, yes. He goes, but I got to give you some bad news too. I'm like, what's that? He said, you may get to keep your eye, but you got a 50-50 chance that we're going to take it. And I'm like, what do you mean take it? He goes, as in melon ball that bitch out of your head, they're going to take your eye. I'm like, oh, that's not good. He's like, no. He's like, but even if you get to keep your eye, you're going to be blind. I was like, so I'm going to look like a normal human being, and that eye's going to be, full on dead. It's just not going to work. And he goes, yeah, pretty much. So I resigned myself to my fate. I thought I was going to be blind. This was not going to happen. I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose my sight. And with my job, it's kind of hard to do my job with one eyeball, especially when it has already damage. But a couple months go by, and they're like, "Hey, we got this idea." They called me and like, "Hey, we got this idea. We got this new. The contact is new to us. It's not actually. It's new technology, but it's technically just a resurgence of an old technology." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we're gonna try that. I get up there, and the guy that does the contacts goes, you drove all the way up here. He goes, I don't know why they sent you up here because I don't think it's going to work. I'm like, what do you mean you don't think it's going to work? I was like, let's do the test. He goes, no, I don't think it's going to work. I think it's just going to be a waste of time. I was like, seriously, we drove all the way up here. You might as well just try it, see what happens. No, I don't think it's going to work. Well, he said this to me several times, and finally my wife was sitting in the corner, and she goes, hey, you might want to try this. He's like, well, I just don't think it's going to work. She goes, turn around and look at him. He turns around and looks at me, and the veins are sticking out of my neck and my forehead and shit. And she goes, he going to kill you if you don't do it. I promise you that. And he's like, okay, so we'll try it. Well, while we're doing the test, the eye test, the chart, he goes, what the hell? I'm like, what? He's like, you're reading with 2015 vision. I'm like, okay. He said, that's better than 2020. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know how that works. Yes. He's like, I don't know how, but that contact is working. And I moved my head from the machine. And mind you, his face is like 2 inches from mine. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, see what happens when you try. And, that was the end of that. But the Unfunny Guy, we're just having a discussion tonight. I got asked questions about, some things, and I'm just filling them in. Tonight was not a structured show. I did not have anything in particular to go at, so we're just having a free-for-all. But I'm glad you joined us. It's awesome. I've had eye issues since December. I think it's chemical exposure. I still have to put them open in the morning, and the bastards fuck, Jeremy? That sucks, dude. They've been giving Alan shots in his eyeballs, making his vision go purple and go away for hours. Man, that fucking sucks, Alan. I know we, like I said, we joke back and forth about, about shit, but I got nothing for that, man. I don't wish that on anybody. I mean, like I said, I was blind for several days, and that was... I knew I was going to get my eyesight back in my left eye, okay? And I knew eventually they would get it under control, but... with the stuff that I do and the things that I do, I'm not going to lie, I was terrified. I was like, my life is, going to be completely turned upside down. Everything that I do is done. And I mean, like right now, I should have a soft contact in my left eye. Can't afford to buy a box of them. So I haven't had a soft contact in my left eye for a year. Which fucks me because I got slight loss of vision in an eye, but it's the astigmatism that causes the problem. Then I got 20/15 vision in the other eye. So that screws your depth perception. Depth perception is important with the things that I do. I also have eye damage on my left eye. I got chemical splash. Can you get the transplant per? Is that an option for you? Angie, do you think anything's actually changed? Just putting it out there. I can still see, but they burn and run constantly. Refresh, dude. Love this stuff. Yeah, Sherman, it was close. I mean, they were going to take my eye, as in I was going to have a glass eye. They were going to take my eye out. I was not super happy about that. When they said that, I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. And they were insistent that it's possibly going to happen. But it just goes to show, I mean, I was wearing proper PPE. I was doing everything I could. That does not mean that you can't get injured. And, and that's one thing is, somebody made the comment that I was accident prone. I'm not accident prone. I'm just very, very active. And in my line of work that I was in, stuff like that, injuries are normal. It's just going to happen. It's just a matter of when. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when. No, it was my right eye, Jeremy. My right eye was very badly damaged. My left eye is just astigmatism and slight loss of vision. But I don't even have the contact in my left eye to try and bring it back up to normal 20/20, so I can get some of that depth perception back. I was wearing proper PPE, Christina. Every time I wear it is when it happens. No, I was going to lose my eye completely. They weren't going to give me another eye transplant, but they do retina transplants and stuff like that, but that can actually also cause a rejection, and you can also lose your eye. All right, well, I'm going to take a quick break, and let's get off of these heavy thoughts here, guys. We're supposed to be, doing the happy fun time hour, and instead I'm kind of feeling kind of depressive. But, but I mean, if you ever want to know about more of my injuries, I'm your guy. Yeah, the depth perception thing fucking sucks, dude. But here you go. I'm gonna take a quick break so I can go take a piss.
Hey lefties, liberals, and progressives. This is not a safe space. I repeat, this is not a safe space.
If you are one of those squishies who are easily offended, put on your safety pins, pussy hats, and leave this radio station. Or you can free yourself and get educated.
Well, hell yeah! I tried to twist him up, but he wouldn't have it. Hell no. This old boy's wild. We about to have to keep this one.
You are listening to the Machine Radio Show with your hosts, Brandon
And Matt.
Talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
Okay, shit just got real weird. I think I'm gonna need a safe space.
What the? Are those friends of yours, Matt?
Oh, hell no.
Are you sure?
Oh, shut your dumpster and start the show already.
Well, all right, you pissy pants. Let's do everything you want to do. All right, I'm back, and I told you that I had something, Angie, I had something for you on the nurses. Yes, most of the nurses know me by name. I went to school with a couple of them. The doctor I told him to give me a fucking punch card. But one day, I'm in there, and the nurse comes in, and she's got to be the most naive nurse I've ever seen in my life, okay? But she comes in, and I'd already, my room had a bathroom, so I'd already taken a piss. She walks in and she goes, well, we need a urine sample. I'm like, I don't think I have anything left in a tank. I was like, so how much do you want? How much do you really need? And she looks at me and says this with a straight face, and it immediately turned blushing red after what I said next. She looks at me and she goes, just the tip. So I looked at her, I'm like, and the whole time somebody close to me is sitting in the corner looking at me going, don't do it. And I'm like, so you want just the tip? I'm such an asshole, but yes, I did that. And she just turned fucking bright red. And I'm like, you asked for just the tip. The American healthcare, they only care if you got lots of money. No, the healthcare system is not the problem. Well, I mean, healthcare in general. It's what they did to it that's the problem. See, I actually had I managed to, I dislodged the ulnar nerve in my right arm. And I went in there, and this was after Obamacare and everything else like that. By the way, I lost, you can, if you want to keep your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you want to keep your health insurance, bull the fucking shit. I lost my TRICARE and lost my doctor and had to be put on that bullshit. And I walked in there, and this is the first time I ever had a doctor go, which insurance do you have? Because he's holding two braces. He's holding one that's really nice and solid, good, good solid brace. The other one's basically an ace bandage. I was like, well, I have Blue Cross through, such and such. He hands me the fucking ace bandage. Yes, Jeremy. Oh, I never heard the end of that one. I don't even know if that nurse still works there, but I'm pretty sure I scarred her for life just with a few words. But one of the other things that happened, and this happened many years ago, most of my cars are stick shift, the millennial anti-theft devices, and I was at work in a lumber yard, and I had my hand in a piece of banding, and some fucking customer actually cut the banding, and it pulled the pile. Pulled my elbow out of socket. I'm like, that sucks, but it's not, the end of the world. I'll just pop it back in, whatever, give me some drugs and send me on my way. I get there. They do, in fact, give me a bunch of drugs, and they're like, here, you need a bunch of other drugs, so we're going to send you down to the pharmacist. I had friends there to drive my car back because, let me tell you, it's a real bitch to drive stick shift left-handed. And I look at the shelves, and I notice that there's Pepto-Bismol on the top and X-Lax on the bottom. The wheels are turned in my head. I looked at this guy and I'm like, hey, I got a question for you. He goes, okay, cool. You know, what do you got? I was like, well, I see you got Pepto-Bismol on the top shelf and X-Lax on the bottom. He goes, yeah. I said, if you took both of those in equal parts, would it just confuse the shit out of you? The two guys behind me were busting. They were dying because they knew exactly what I was referring to. This guy was stone-faced and not amused. I thought it was funny as hell. Well, Christina, happy about my food, no beatings. Good for you. Congratulations. She's not going to take away vital parts of your anatomy tonight. In Sweden, we have free health care. You don't have to pay for expensive operations. You only pay a smaller amount for a hospital stay, depending on how many days you're in the hospital. Remember, though, if you control the health care, you control the people. And that's exactly what their goal is. Back when I had excellent healthcare system in France, but unfortunately our recent politicians destroyed it. Oh, I'm not surprised. Need Cheetos with this, Alan? Oh, he's got to go fishing. Yeah, I try not to, Jeremy, and actually I got in trouble because the one time I was actually begging for medication, they wouldn't give it to me because I made them put it in a file that they gave it to me too much, and I don't like it. So like, we can't give it to you. I'm like, yeah, no, you know the reason why it was in my file? And the doctor had the audacity to say, well, did you have a drug problem? I'm like, no, motherfucker. It's because every time I walk in here or anybody walks in here, you guys prescribe it too much and I don't take it. And he's like, so why do you want it now? I was like, because this time I actually need it really bad. I had third-degree burns with my nerves and shit I got on my foot were just going absolutely out of its mind. Yeah, I get that, Foreign. I'm 100%. He's got pants with Cheetos on. The Dollar General clerk was hitting on him the other day because of them. Oh, Alan, don't do it. Don't do it, man. That's internal monologue. You're supposed to keep that to yourself. She's going to take your leg away, dude. And I'm not talking about the one that, you know, I'm talking about the third one, the one in the center. She's going to take that shit from you. You're going to be a eunuch. So, did Peter bail out on us? Did Angie bail out on us? I mean, you know, there's people missing. Nobody talking. Dude, she's gonna snatch that shit off like a paper towel, okay? Straight pull. All right, so now you guys know part of my story and how abusive I am to myself. I don't even like talk. By the way, you know, it's kind of funny that you guys have got me to say things like that because I really don't like talking about myself. I like talking about experiences and stuff like that, but I really don't like, it's just not my thing. I'm a little bit more humble than that, but thank you guys. No, you're more at risk for like liver failure and stuff like that with where you're at because those boys drink a lot. The clerk said it made her want Cheetos. Yeah, but you're not supposed to tell her you're going to give her the Cheeto. That's. You could paint it orange, but I don't think I think she'll figure it out. Had to deal with the freight man. What'd you send? What'd you get? Oy, oy, oy. Dude, I gotta piss again. I gotta bladder like a fucking toddler. I'm telling you. I do once a week. This is it. It's funny you should say that, Jeremy, because I have reached out to him. In fact, I have talked to him before, and I've, yeah. There was some things that I gave some ideas and stuff like that, because I'll tell you one thing, and most of the people in here can attest to this. Even though I'm a structured person, I can't write anymore. I don't know why. I used to be able to write songs, everything else like that. I cannot do that anymore. I've got stuff that I want to write documentaries on, and I just can't do it. Off the cuff stuff is what I'm used to, and I can talk at great length about things. But for some reason, I just can't bring myself to write scripts anymore. Got an original Australian military shovel, you dick. Yeah, I gave the list out yesterday, Peter, of the things I'm trying to find to replace, and some things that I want. But immediately I got kind of well, it's a monetary thing. I can't even, I can't afford it. Off the cuff, get you in trouble? No, actually, I'm 99.9% of the time when we're doing the show, Christina, there's very few notes or anything else like that. I just absorb the information and start talking. I'm more comfortable like that. I might have a couple of bullet points and stuff like that to remind me of what I want to talk about, but for the most part, I don't write things down anymore and stuff like that. I just, for some reason, it's hard for me to do so. Well, the shovel would go great with the toaster that I'm going to take a bath with, Peter. But besides that, Jeremy, the fat electrician, I love the guy, and we do a lot of the similar stuff and everything, but he's too big, okay? I don't care, if it's someone that has 5 views or 5 million views. I'm cool to do anything with anybody because that's just how I do things. I love it. But I'm fairly for certain it doesn't matter if I even paid the man that he would never do a video with me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing things my own way. Even though it'd be kind of fun to hang out with that guy and talk history. Let's face it, as good as I am, guys, I am just a nobody, okay? And I prefer that, actually. I stay humble, okay? That's all I can say. I don't want, I never wanted to be any more than what I am. I just like doing what I do. I love it. I love it. And I'm glad that some people love it too. So Kamala wants to untax just the tip. Yeah, I know. I seen that. Yeah, how are you doing with that Harley, by the way, with all the wokeism stuff going on with Harley? Are you doing okay? Do you need a cry room? Trying to find a song real quick because I got a bladder like a toddler. Like I said, I got to piss. Man, I got a lot of shit on here though. Just not the ones I want. Yeah, this feels right.
What you listening to?
The Machine Radio Show.
What did you say?
I didn't stutter. I said the Machine Radio Show.
You just blew my mind.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the show. Well, foreign, I've never really got into Harleys. I enjoy certain Harleys and stuff like that, but I never got into them. I was never into the cultish, I'm sorry to say, the cultish mentality of them and stuff. I just like to ride, so it didn't matter what I rode as long as I was riding. And I had a couple incidents where some guys were a little shitty with me because I wasn't riding a Harley, and it backfired on him horribly. Literally, one of them actually did backfire horribly. The closest thing to a Harley I got is that right there, dude. The FLH police and military front end. That. That's as close as I take it back. My Buell. I had a Buell, but nope. I had one of them. I actually sung the Harley song for him, and he's like, because he was making fun of the bike I was on, and I'm like, I was like, I got a song for you. He's like, what's that? And oh man, the viewership just dropped because I said something bad about Harleys. That's funny. But I looked at the guy and I was like, Harleys, they're the best. Ride 1 mile and push the rest. And he goes, shit. He just started laughing. He goes, that's a good one. I like it. I mean, let me rephrase it. Just back in the day, Harley meant something. Nowadays, it does not mean what it used to mean. And with the direction that the company's taken and stuff like that, I would never buy one. Maybe an older one, but just not a newer one. How's that? Is that fair? I would love to have an original Indian, but I don't have enough body parts to sell that I could live without for that, Jeremy. That's actually one of my goals, is to restore an original Indian and maybe even a 40s Harley. That's just been one of my bucket list things. I wanted Harley's dirt bike. We had the dual sport at one time, the one that Harley put out, but I wanted the one that they issued to the military because it was rare, and I just thought it was cool. I thought it'd be cool to have one. And I'm not going to, I said I'm not going to bash people that own Harleys. I'm not going to bash people that own Hondas or Victories or whatever else like that. If you love to ride, you love to ride. That's just how I see it. I just don't like how some, not all, some Harley riders treat other riders that aren't riding a Harley. If I was at the poker run, that was for my niece, that the people insulted my parents for having a gold wing and treated them like shit, I would have caught a case. I think I might have scared off Warren. Yeah, it's not the whole DEI thing, Christina. It's other things. It's the extreme amount of wokeism that they had adopted. It's pissed off everybody that owns a Harley and everybody that would potentially own one. That's awesome, Peter. Tell him he doesn't need those anymore. He needs to send them to me because they're terrible, and I'll take care of them for him. You're gonna laugh, but I'd like to own a Benelli again. I would even take a BSA. I'm serious. I mean, I'd collect them. I'd take a BSA and a Benelli. Takes some getting used to because everything is fucking backwards on them, but but I'm happy with what one of my friends calls the grandpa bike, which is the Goldwing. And I'm definitely happy with the V8 powered monstrosity behind me. All right, guys, what else are we going to talk about? Because, you know, I'm tired of talking about everything that's here and me, and I don't like it actually makes me uncomfortable continuously talking about myself. It's kind of making my ass itch. So what else can we do? Ugh. Yeah, just Peter, just tell him that the Indian is terrible and it needs to be sent to the United States to be taken care of. No cackling hyena. No cackling. Say no to the hyena. Alan, I bet you can figure it out. Besides, you could ride that. It only takes one. You're sitting down. Get you a trike, my dude. They make them. No, Peter, I'm perfectly good with that. Christina, we just had a meeting tonight, and it was about a food truck ordinance. Basically, what this particular shitbag in our town who is just causing a rift in the professional industries because they think that they need to try and monopolize everything. They come in our town and try and take over, and they found out otherwise. They wanted an ordinance to say that food trucks can't be within 250 feet of their business. And now they're backpedaling. But tonight was the most unequivocal fuck you I've ever seen. Food truck people showed up. Concerned citizens showed up. The room was packed. It was awesome. The council themselves got a fuck you a while back from us, and I think they're starting to feel the pinch of that. Awesome, Sherman. Tell Corpse Grinder I said hi. It's only been about 15 years since I've met the man in person. Now, Jeremy, there's a lot we can say about the cackling hyena without saying anything about the cackling hyena because she's done absolutely nothing. She has no record to run on. Her record is Biden's record, and we all know that that's not going to work out. He's got the lowest approval rating of any president in history, so fuck him. Let's move on to the next chapter. Dude, the last time I seen him face to face, Sherman, he was still skinny. That should tell you something. Seriously, it was Cannibal Corpse and Morbid Angel and shit that I was backstage with. Or as Purr would say it, Purr says that we listen to evil music. You know, I'm a devil worshiper. Nothing can be further from the truth. To me, it's just music. Yes, I know. She's getting picked apart so bad. Yes, Christina. She says she's trying to adopt Trump's platform, but picked a far-left running mate so she can blame him for everything. Come on, she's more far left than Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders is a friggin' moron. The guy's a complete lunatic. Yes, I know, Peter, but that doesn't, because of the music that I listened to, I was told I was a devil worshiper and I was going to hell. My response to that was, see you there for your judgmental attitude. And I'm not talking about Purr. I'm talking about somebody else. Purr is awesome. Purr just gives us crap. I like it. No, I told somebody one time. They said they were concerned because of my music that I was going to go to hell and everything else like that. So here's what I said to them. I said, you know what? Like, here's what we're gonna do. I was like, the day I walk out of my house, stark naked as the day I was born, with a butcher's knife in one hand and a dildo in the other, saying I'm gonna kill and fuck the next person that walks past me with an upside down cross on my forehead. Then you can worry about me. Other than that, it's just music. Yes, foreign. He absolutely does. He says that the Democratic VP pick looks like a Soviet that fell out of 1955. You're right. Hey, what's wrong with Parkway Drive? By the way, speaking of Soviet, Russian, you guys did see that the Ukrainians have actually entered Russia and are fighting in Kursk, among other places. They're giving them a dose of their own medicine and fighting in their country, which is hilarious, especially with what they're doing. Because what they're doing is they're sitting in Kursk leaving Google reviews of businesses that they're at. I thought this was a joke at first until I got it confirmed, and I couldn't quit laughing. They were bitching that the car wash wasn't big enough for their striker. They were saying that the staff wasn't friendly at this restaurant. Oh my God. Jeremy, the repercussions, I think, are going to be worth it. I'm sorry to say that, but I believe so. This was a huge fuck you to the overbearing jackbooted nanny next door. So good on them. I'm going to say good on them. But the fact that they were writing Google reviews at businesses in Kursk was hilarious. I'm sorry. It's funny as hell. The only thing I could think of, Jeremy, right hit me immediately when reading the reviews that was sent to me was these guys are like us. You might as well call the Ukrainian fighters honorary Marines, because that's some gangster shit right there. All right, guys, what else before I log out? Questions, comments, all that stuff. Come on with it. Oh, have a good one, Per. I will see you later, buddy. I'm glad to see you stop in. Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. No dirty things. Yes, thank you. I don't even know if I have Nancy on here actually. Too many commies, including our government. You're right. You're right about that, but I don't know. You know what? At this point, I'm just gonna have to say I'm proud of my boys. I truly am. Well, minus the media part, foreign. This is supposed to be the new, you know, you guys wouldn't get this part, but the new show shirt is, of course, the guy on the front and this on the back. But until we find a way to ship the shit that wouldn't cost you guys an arm and a leg and everything else like that, and I can get the supplies to make them, we'll figure it out. I'm working on it, Alan. I'm working on it. But anyhow, guys, I guess I'm going to get out of here for the night. So as per usual, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me. Tell your friends. Tell those friends to tell 5 friends. That's the only way this channel is going to grow, because we are broke as motherfuckers. But definitely, I mean, tonight was just a bullshit night. So sorry about that. I didn't have a whole lot of entertainment for you and everything. But, you know, it was fun. It was fun to just sit back and talk. But that being said, we are definitely going to get out of here. I am. Me and my other personality that I keep talking about because Matt's not here. But since you requested it, I guess I'll play it. For crying out loud.
I've been watching so much news, I don't know who I should trust. I don't know who's been telling the truth and who's been lying to us. The Biden administration promised everybody they'd unite all of us, but it just feels like we're all way more divided than we've ever been in our lives, and it sucks. I've been watching so much news, it's so hard to rise above. It's so hard to put on a smile when hopes are down and prices are up. Go to the store, go get some gas. Times are tough, how much more do we have to take and pay and give and cry and cuss? I've been watching so much news, I feel like my eyes are stuck. No matter how much I try not to look, I can't keep my eyelids shut. It's got me so confused, I think my mind's going nuts. Because as of lately, you wanna know who I would fuck? Nancy Pelosi. Someone tell that granny to blow me. I'd take out her dentures, put them on the dresser, slide off her panties and proceed. I'd whip out her knockers fast and start throwing uppercuts like a boxing match. I'd grab her by the nipples and I'd flip them up and down until they're flapping in the wind, and then I'd spin them all around and go. Have you seen them titties? Every time I think of them things, I'm giddy. She's far from the itty bitty titty committee. Come on, man, she could start her own team in the big leagues. I think about them just to pass the day. Man, I bet those fuckers ain't passed the waste. If I laid on the ground with my head by your feet and she dropped them, they'd probably smack my face. People said I'll get killed for this. I don't give a fuck, I take risks. I don't give a damn if Nancy kills me as long as she suffocates me with her kids. AOC is too young for me, and I'd hate to listen to that bitch bicker. Hillary is just plain ugh, but Nancy's got them twin sisters. I wanna get up inside this nympho. We can make love, I'll slide it in slow. I just wanna make some money the fast way and get her to spill some of that insider info. We could go to the bar and get drunk, and I'll drive home after like 20 White Claws. You don't gotta worry about a DUI when you're banging Nancy. Right, Paul? Nancy. Ow! Fuck, I thought I told you to take those dentures. Ow! The fuck in my house. Really pissed me off. Matter of fact, hey, yo, Jaren.
Sorry.
Wanna hit this dog?
Why not? Don't act surprised. Y'all niggas know I'm off. I fuck Nancy inside the Oval Office wearing a MAGA hat and she got on the kente cloth. Take one for the team, dog. It pays off. You get money and stock tips from the same broad. Get her some life insurance. Hey, nigga, don't be scared. Make it look like she tripped down the White House stairs. Nancy, I'm joking. Don't cancel me. Am I too much for you? Can you handle me? Will you marry me? Let's start a family. Make that a shake, Nancy, just like a tambourine. Tickle bitties, watch 'em bounce like a trampoline. Damn it, Nancy, what the fuck are you channeling? What have you done to me? I am unraveling. Sound like Joe Biden rambling. She told me to pull out and come in her hair. Fuck both of them, Nancy and Kamala Harris. My niggas got jokes and I'm so embarrassed. I fuck me and Nancy blowing commas in Paris. Pelosi blow me, she like no hands. Hit the beef with Nancy, get a suntan. Wanna fuck all the time, I'm just one man. Just shot up a club, now she talking about gun bands. Not right now, Nancy. You freaking me out. Hey, we had a good thing going and shit getting political. We finna bounce. And QAnon said you eat babies. And boy, oh boy, I saw you swallow a decent amount. And do me a solid and top me off one more time before you walk out and speak to the house. To Nancy, I love you.
Do you understand?